Hey guys, this is Edward Planchon, and I'm here to show you guys how to cook a really quick meal. First, we have to wash our hands. Make sure you use hot water and plenty of soap. I've made the mistake here by using cold water to rinse my hands first, but I quickly remedied that by using hot water. Conserve on water, unlike me. For some reason that doesn't turn off the faucet, but okay. Conserve on your water. Make sure you dry your hands with a paper towel or a dry cloth or towel of some kind. Now, you're going to need for your ingredients pepperoni, croissants or some kind of dough, pizza cheese, and grease of some sort. Oil. Your tools are scissors, and a spatula, and a large cookie sheet. Now, you don't necessarily need to have these type of ingredients, but I like pepperoni and cheese pizzas the best. All these ingredients you can get at your local supermarket. Now, check your dough, find out what heat it has to be on. Mine says 375. I like to use the croissant, the Pillsbury croissant butter flake dough, because it's already kind of seasoned and I don't need to make any seasoning for it. I'm kind of lazy. Remember, 375 is what I have to put my heat on. Yours is whatever is instructed to you on the box or your container. So I turn my heat to 375. Always very important, check your oven to see if anything's in it, if it's all clean. Now, grease the pan. Using a cap full of grease, grease your pan. Or you could just use the butter pan grease that I showed to you in the beginning of this video. I chose not to use the butter pan grease, the buttery spray grease, because I like how the oil gives a golden brown color on the bottom of these buns. So, because my hands are clean, I am using my hands to spread the grease around the pan. Now, with the extra grease, cover your hands. You're going to need a plate to put your ingredient on. Open the croissants or your dough. If you need to season your dough, then just add whatever seasonings and mix it up, and you can get whatever flavor you want. But like I said, I'm using the butter flake croissant dough from Pillsbury, so it is already seasoned in my opinion. I grabbed the second plate because I didn't want to get the dough dirty by putting it on anything else but a plate. Here you're seeing me peel the dough away from the second layer of dough. With Pillsbury croissants, there's always about 8 croissants, so flatten out your dough. Make sure there's no holes or tears of any kind. The Pillsbury dough is kind of already flat, but here I mix it together so it can not have any holes or tears, and then I flatten it even farther than it already is. You want them to be kind of thin, but not too thin that you can't pick them up or they'll fall apart. A rolling pin could be used here, but I don't have one, and my space of my counter is obviously overrun by things, and I don't have a very large counter to begin with. The plate makes an excellent working surface. Now, grabbing up the pepperoni, slice the plastic part off the top so you can get into the pepperoni. As you can see in the background, I'm watching a video. I needed to catch up on what I've missed in the YouTube world, so I've been working all day. Now, cut the plastic top off of your cheese. As you see, I pulled out some of the pepperoni already, so I don't have to keep handling different things all at different times. Put a healthy layer of cheese on your dough. Make sure you leave about an inch from the sides of where the cheese is piled in. Then place as many pepperoni as you want. Now, sausage is good. Any vegetables can be added to this. I must warn, the more ingredients you add, the bigger your dough ball is going to have to be. So remember that. Now, I fold it in on itself. Pinching all the sides together. I'm making sure it melds together by twisting it like that. Now, flatten out the bottom and stick on your pan. As you can see, I've made them all into large balls. filled with the ingredients. Now, if there's any holes in or tears in the dough, just try your best to fill it in. If it tears and you're cooking it, it's just going to leak the ingredients. I pat it. I like the shape. That's a more better shape for me. I stick a little bit of cheese on top of each one just to give it a bind. This is entirely optional. Cleaning your area is important. Make sure it's all clean before you start to cook, because the hotter your stove gets, the more likely something will burn or cause a fire. Keep all your dough balls in like enough space apart in order to make sure that you're not going to run them together. Stick them in your oven and wait. Check on them every so often to make sure that either they're golden brown or until they're a consistency that you enjoy. I like mine to have a little bit of a doughy middle. So I don't want them to be golden brown, but I want them to be able to be handled. Grab yourself a cooling rack and set it up almost like as if you're going to do cookies. Careful with the pan, it might slip if you don't hold it while you're pulling them off. As you can see, some of the cheese was on there, but that was because I put cheese on top, and so they kind of dribbled off. This cooling process is quite important because you don't want your guests or even you or your family to take a bite out of it and burn their mouths. I made this mistake. I cleaned the pan, trying to get off as much of the cheese as possible. Prior to soaking, because this is important, you don't want a lot of your food to go into your sink and clog it up. Turning off your heat is important as well. Don't forget to do that, because otherwise you could possibly leave your house with the heat on and fire. Safety first is what we're going at with this. I'm checking the bottoms to see if they're burned, and they're not. They're golden brown, which is perfect. You want the bottoms to be golden brown, that's why we use the oil. Now, grab yourself a couple plates and serve them up. This is a great food for things that need to be really quick. Say like you need to be somewhere like a baseball game for your kids and they're hungry, and this is just super quick and easy. It takes about 30 minutes if done correctly. If you want to like have a party and you don't want to have to handle for handling food, say like a tailgate or football or baseball party, whatever, this is awesome for that. This is great meal for the on-the-go person. They're easy to handle, like I said, and not messy. So there you go, guys. This is the pizza bun. Now, mine are not the same as the picture, but that's because I didn't make my dough. I bought it. As you like it, I'm just showing here how easy they're to pick up. You could put a plastic wrap around them and handle them and give them away at parties and stuff. See you guys later.